city of 7 million people, Hong Kong certainly has a sure fit of daily newspapers. Last count shows at least 15 dailies, 12 in Chinese, 3 in English. With so many newspapers, competition is naturally extremely keen. Keen competition, however, doesn't automatically translate into raising each other's quality. A retired director of broadcasting said it so well a few years ago. She said, quote, "Many doesn't mean more. More doesn't mean better," end quote. How very pleasant she was. In fact, one newspaper, the circulation which is one of the highest in Hong Kong. It's not really a newspaper in the traditional sense. It's written, edited, and laid out more as a daily magazine. It is sensational to the extreme. It's exploitative to the point of including a daily guide to quasi-brothels in Hong Kong and elsewhere in the Pearl River Delta. The same newspaper is unabashedly anti-Beijing and anti-Hong Kong government. As a long-time newsman, this reporter has no quarrel with its editorial stand, with which I do not necessarily agree. Be that as it may, what bothers this reporter most is this newspaper's mixing of news and opinions in its news pages. Most headlines concerning political news are not so much headlines as they are political labels and slogans. Its coverage is totally biased politically, but it still has the gall to call others out on the same sin of lack of neutrality it boldly exhibits daily. The late U.S. Senator, political commentator, and author, Dr. Daniel Pat Moynihan, so aptly and often reminded his colleagues and the public that, quote, "Everybody is entitled to his own opinion, but not his own facts," end quote. Think about this. You're entitled to think the way you want, but you're not entitled to create your own facts. Facts are facts. Facts cannot be modified. The current political reform and so-called referendum brouhaha has been especially hysterical. Here's just a handful of examples last few days' publications. Now it's show and tell time. See, I did my homework. Casey, I did my homework, right? I can put this down, you can still hear me, I'm sure. I'm loud enough. This one is from Monday's paper, May 3rd, page 81. It says, 用選票踢走爛方案. You should vote to get rid of bad political reform proposal. This ain't no headline. This is a political slogan, for God's sake. And they complain about DAB buying commercial radio airtime? What is this? Before I was ever a broadcast news executive and broadcast reporter, I was a print reporter and editor for 25 years. I know how to write headlines. I know the difference between headlines and political slogan. This is a political slogan. There ain't no headline. That's just one. More to come. And then I've been extremely conservative because I could have gotten a hell lot more. I just don't have time. Here's the second one. Last Thursday. It says, 團結谷公投，談判有籌碼，係咩樣 ？Unite to promote referendum, bigger crowd to negotiate. Ain't no headline. Again, another political slogan. I mean, what's with this newspaper? Okay. Here's another one. Last Saturday, May 8th, page 810. Oh my God. 香港真普選之日，中國民主起步時。Well, at least it rhymes. It's the day Hong Kong gets true universal suffrage. It's the day China takes the first step toward democracy. What the hell? What is this? There ain't no newspaper. Just a political pamphleteering that you would find during the American Revolution or the French Revolution in 1789 when, Frenchmen broke down Bastille. I mean, what kind of newspaper is it? It's not a newspaper. Sunday, 2 days ago, May 9, page A6. 齊齊唱好516公投. Let's all sing praises to the May 16 referendum. Oh, really? That's a headline? That's not a headline. Headline sums up the way Casey and I, I'm sure Casey agrees with me, and I define headline as a brief 1 line or 2 line, at the most 3 line sentence, sometimes not very grammatical, but at least it summarizes the contents of the story. That ain't no headline, not a slogan. Finally, this morning, see, I do my homework. It says, oh, this is great. 點解我哋轉態撐公投? Now, none of this is on the opinion page or 副刊 or whatever it is. They're all in the news pages. 廣文版嚟嗰啲都唔係. Says, why we've changed our minds and support the referendum? Who gives a damn why you change your mind? I mean, really. And how can editors possibly write all these crappy things and call them headlines? They're not headlines.